everybody, and welcome to this week's Arsehole Alcove. So, we've got a whole load this week, covering pregnant women on airplanes. We've also got people pretending to be deaf, and we've got a bit of a theme for this episode and the next one. We're going to be talking a bit about circumcisions. So, hope you enjoy, and let's head on over. Shall we kick this off?
Yeah, bring it.
Am I the arsehole for ignoring a pregnant woman's request on an airplane? Okay.
Depends what the request was. God,
Well,
okay.
yeah. It doesn't really matter when it is, so we'll skip that. 3 hours long from the East Coast to TX, Texas.
Yeah.
Lady in the aisle seat and I was chatting. Turns out she was really cool. Fucking hell, you never get that, do you? Talking the whole flight. The row in front of me was three strangers, a bloke, a pregnant woman, and another bloke. Okay. So, an hour and a half into the flight, the pregnant woman passes us a note that states, "Hi ladies, you both seem like lovely people based off fuck right off." Just that line. Fuck off.
You seem like lovely people. Fuck
Yeah. You see where this is going, can't you now? Passive aggressiveness shit.
Yeah.
You seem like lovely people based on your convo this flight, so I didn't want to say anything in an obvious way. My 11-month-old is sick and I haven't slept well the past 4 nights. I'm also 7.5 months pregnant and trying to TX. You might know. TX, what would that be short for?
Just like
TX for an event tonight and all day tomorrow. With that, it would be wonderful if I could catch a quick nap before the craziness begins. Would you both mind either talking quietly and or not talking for the rest of the flight? I think others may appreciate this as well. I've tried earplugs and music, but nothing is working. Fuck that bitch. Right? Passive aggressiveness is just being a dick yourself, innit?
yeah.
So
Basically, you know
anyway.
you're not justified in calling them out. That's
Yeah.
why you have to use passive aggressive shit because you don't have a leg to stand on.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, rest of the story. So at this point, I asked the people in the row behind and next if we were being loud. They all said no. They all said no. So we tried to bring the tone down to a whisper, but she still kept looking back. Like I know, yeah, okay, I know she has a lot of shit going on, but the whole letter thing threw me off. Yeah, okay. So, what do we reckon? I've already said what I think.
I think they did more than they needed to. They said they were quieter and she was still flashing them the fucking stink eye. Well, fuck you.
Yeah. I mean, I know that we edit these videos so they're not that loud, or they're less loud, because even they are still loud.
Yeah. If it
Me
was
and
us
Adam-
speaking, they
me
might
and
have
Adam-
a point. Yeah.
Yeah, are very loud people. Not, we choose to be. We just are.
Yeah.
Like, to me, I think I'm talking at a normal volume. It's the same volume I hear everyone else at.
Yeah.
But people tell me I am fucking loud. Like, as if I'm shouting.
Yeah.
And then I'll say to him, "You haven't heard me shout." But, like, that's not our fault. You know what I mean? Like, if someone was being passive aggressive to me and say, "You're being loud," I'd just say, "Well, I'm sorry, but that's how I talk."
Yeah.
I can try and be quieter, but what's going to happen is I'm going to gradually forget to be quieter, and I'm going to go back to my normal level. So yeah,
like,
I think that this pregnant woman is just a bitch who thinks that everything should revolve around her.
yeah, yeah. Just because you're pregnant doesn't get you special. Well, it does get you special.
Exactly.
But
Like we've all got shit to do.
Yeah.
Like there, she's like on about she's got a meetings and shit. Well, so we've all got shit to do. We all need to sleep, but
Yeah.
you know, just because you're pregnant.
That. Yeah, that I think that the thing is there was nothing unreasonable. If she turned around and just went, "Do you know what? I'm fucking knackered. Just like I'm blah blah blah." Do you mind being quiet? Just like I'm gonna try and get a nap. Just like this fucking creature growing in me is killing me. Like
I think
I'm
that
gonna
would
try
be
and get a
that.
nap. Do
The
you mind
fact
like
that it was
being
a
as quiet
no.
as you can? Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah.
But the shitty passive aggressive note and then the fucking stink eye flashing back.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah. Not the arsehole. Fucking pregnant woman is.
Yeah. Right, okay, yeah, she's an arsehole. Next.
Am I the arsehole for filling a few false Amazon packages with my dog shit to teach two thieving neighbourhood kids who have been stealing my packages a lesson?
No. Just...
Okay. I mean, the fact that you're trying to get revenge is a bit of an arsehole move.
How old are these kids?
Well, let's find out.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so it's been going on for a few months now. Two girls in the neighbourhood. So, for some reason, the Prince of Bel-Air song just came in my head then.
A couple of girls, they were up to no good, stealing Amazon packages in my neighbourhood. So I got my doggy's turds and stuffed them in the box, and now they stink like shit.
Anyway, they're about 8 to 10-year-old. Oh, and the oldest is about 10, so 8 to 12-year-old.
Yeah.
I have a video camera outside our apartment and have caught them red-handed. The first package they stole contained puppy pee pads. Well, that's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
And garbage bags. Second package contained a pair of scrubs for work. And last week they got a Bluetooth speaker. Okay. Amazon replaced all my packages, and I would rather not get the police involved. And their parents are real assholes that don't supervise their kids. So I decided to fill a few packages with Chihuahua shit and leave them something special to steal to teach them a lesson. I also taped notes that said, "Dear children, stop stealing my shit." Well, yeah, they don't want your shit. They want the fucking Alexa.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan on revenge. I think there's better ways to deal with shit. It's clear, right, that the parents are assholes here, right? And the kids are just, like, following suit. If they're actually stealing, and you have proof of that, fuck it, get the police involved.
Yeah.
If anything, right, and I've had some experience of this, where I've had a kid live near me, and he had some problems, but that was more due to the parents.
Pretty much always is at that age.
Yeah, but what I mean is, like, she was alcoholic, she didn't give a shit about the kids and stuff like that. And I used to say in the local pub, because, I used to live in a village, so everyone sort of knew each other. And I used to say the best thing for that kid is if he was taken in the car.
Yeah.
Because no kid should go into care.
Yeah.
You know, if they can help it. But if your parent is that shit, which it sounds like here, then you'd actually be doing them a favour by getting the parents arrested.
Yeah, well, you don't know they're that shit. But in this case, but either way, they, they might just, their kids might just be fucking acting out because they're going through what's their grumpy bastards, but ultimately good parents. Or
I mean,
wrong.
from the way that he said about the parents.
Yeah, well, he just said they're arseholes.
Yeah, so he might have had previous with the parents.
Yeah, so let's just say they're otherwise good parents, but their kids are acting out for whatever reason, right?
Yeah.
Still call the police because it'll straighten them out. The police are used to dealing with kids who fucking shoplift and stuff, you know what I mean? And they usually they'll know the different. They've got the experience to know, actually, this is a troubled family, you know, they've got, the mum and dads have got records, maybe, and then they'll treat that differently. And the police feed into social services.
Oh,
They've got a bigger picture. So even if it doesn't come to anything, you're helping the authorities build up a picture of this family, you know what I mean? And it's like in social services, and they can decide. And, yeah, it's great. And if not, there's no record. They know there's nothing basically wrong with this family. The kids are acting out or whatever. Then they'll just go in there and just sort of say, right, okay, we'll scare the shit. We'll put them in the courts.
Yeah.
Stick him in the back of the car. Won't read them the rights or anything. You know, we'll put them in the back of the car. God, boom, 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 on the door. You know what I mean? Oh, we better go to police station. You know, we'll keep you there for a couple of hours waiting in the chair or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
till your parents come pick you up and so on. Oh God! And in the meantime, the kids shitting themselves. You know what I mean? Just sort of scare them a bit. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's it, isn't it? You know, they'll know the difference and what's sort of the best route.
Yeah.
You know.
I am also kind of against getting police involved too often.
Yeah.
I think that police are a bit... Too much involvement is a bad thing. Because it means that people rely on it then.
Yeah.
And...
So, you can't sort your own situations out.
Well, it's not just that. The police sometimes take things too far. I mean, not to like American extremes. Anyway, but we're getting sidetracked a little bit here. Yeah, I do think this guy's an arsehole.
Should have just called the cops.
Should have just, if he's got evidence of them stealing, he knows that the parents are a bit of a prick. Call the police. You're probably doing the kids a favour.
Yeah, he will be. Yeah.
You know, by making your life easier by not involving the police, you're not helping anyone.
Yeah.
You're not even helping yourself because eventually Amazon is going to fucking query this. And they're going to be like, hang on, everything that we've sent to you, we've had to replace.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? In fact, this might be, he is stealing from Amazon and this is his fucking...
I'll just put a fake Reddit thing up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh no, it's them two kids.
Plot twist. Plot twist.
Yeah, you never know, do you?
Yeah. Love it. That is an arsehole. Well,
yeah, he's an arsehole.
2 arseholes. 2 for 2.
Well,
next.
Basically, on this story, they're all arseholes.
Yeah.
Everyone's a fucking arsehole.
Mere field of arseholes. Right. Next.
Am I the arsehole for pretending to be deaf?
Okay. Like for his whole life or just like a specific situation?
I'm not sure. Maybe a specific situation looking at it. So, 23-year-old female. Working at a coffee shop yesterday. I mean, she says that as if, like, she doesn't work there all the time. Like, she just turned up that day and was like, hey, do you want to do a shift? Anyway, I noticed that this guy, mid to late 40s, kept staring at me. I mean, she put stating, but I know what she means. Get your spelling right, people.
He's an asshole. Can't even.
Do you know what?
He's deaf and she can't spell.
Yeah, okay, that's just how staring works.
He was using his eyeballs.
Yeah. But no, that the rest of that paragraph is basically saying that like, he was leering.
Okay, yeah.
Tried shifting my chair so I wasn't in his direct line of sight. After half an hour, I was pretty creeped out and uncomfortable. Oh, okay, right. She doesn't work at the coffee shop.
All right, okay.
She was working at the coffee shop, but she doesn't work at the coffee shop.
I get it. Like most people who go to coffee shops, they sit there on their laptop pretending to write their novel. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Stealing Wi-Fi and watching our YouTube videos before.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, right. Yeah. Anyway, because considering to leave the coffee shop, but I work remotely and was hoping to use this time to get out of the house. Right. So 15 minutes later, he got up, and I was excited he was finally leaving. But then he walked over to the table and said something along the lines of, "I noticed you when you came in, and I had to say hello." Okay. So got creeped out and panicked. Worried that if she engaged with him, he'd stay around. So she just pretended to be deaf. Then she looked at him, pointed to her ears, and made a no motion, as if to say like she is deaf. He looked surprised and shouted, "Oh, you can't hear me." He then shouted sorry and walked away. Okay, so she was happy she got what she wanted, him leaving. But now she feels worse about it because being deaf is a real disability. So she feels bad about pretending to be disabled, basically. All right, yeah, and the rest is just, yeah. So, on this, right, my dad is deaf, right? And he says it's the best thing that's ever happened to him. Right? No word of a lie.
It's happened relatively recently, hasn't it? Well, you know, it's crept up. It's crept
15
up.
years.
Yeah. How long? 18?
About 15 years, something like that. Like, increasingly.
Yeah.
You know,
I
at first
sort
it
of
was
more
just...
or less just getting the hearing aids.
Oh, yeah, he's got hearing aids.
Yeah.
But he says it's great because he can just turn them off and he doesn't have to listen to anyone's bullshit. Like, and I can relate to him. I'm like, you know, like, you're sat in a pub, you want a couple of pints, chilling out, and you've got to listen to these fucking people go on and on. He just turns them off and just sits there with his beer.
Best thing ever. Especially as you get older and your tolerance for other people's shit just slides down anyway. Just like, it's almost a gift, isn't it?
Like, it does frustrate him sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, say if I go and visit him or my brother or whatever, and he hasn't got them in at the time, and we you know, you do, don't you? You just start talking.
Yeah.
And obviously it frustrates him. He's like, "Oh, I can't hear. Give me a moment. And he goes and gets his hearing aids, puts them in. But yeah, but when he's just by himself out having a couple of pints, he's like, it's fucking brilliant. So, the end bit of that story, let's just fucking get rid of that straight away, right? Because nobody who's deaf is ever going to say, well, I mean, I'm using one circumstance
from this sample of one.
But, you know what I mean? But it's you know, it's not as if I've gone in with a questionnaire and asked him, so how do you feel about deafness? It's my dad. You know, it's a proper personal experience he's had. And he says it's fucking great. So, like, that end bit, I don't think if people were deaf, they'd even care. They'd just be like, oh, yeah, being deaf is all right. I think everyone does this, don't they? Everyone pretends to be deaf sometimes.
I've done it once.
Yeah, I've done it plenty of times.
Like I say, I mean, I think the time I pretended to be deaf, it was just because I kept asking this person to repeat themselves, and I was like, I have no idea what you're saying. It's like, sorry, do you know what? I was like, I'm trying, I'm really hard, you know, I'm deaf, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think I'm gonna get that word. It's just not clicking with me, you know.
See, I don't do that. I'll keep asking them to repeat themselves until they give up.
Just walk off. It's
Because
like 23
it's not my fault
times
I can't hear them.
What? What?
Yeah.
Try
Because,
again.
I mean, as we've said previously, I work in engineering. I work in a loud factory.
Yeah.
But I have the bonus of being loud. Right? So everyone can hear me. But when someone's talking to me, I'm just like, I can't hear a word you're saying over the machine.
Stop talking like you're not at work.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
surrounded
exactly.
by loud fucking shit.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's not my fault. So I'm just like, I'll just keep saying, asking you to repeat yourself until you give up. Or until you start shouting at me and then I can hear you.
Yeah. I couldn't do bar work in a loud bar. I never understand what the fuck people are saying.
I don't know. Yeah, I think it's a real talent that in loud pubs where people like give their orders over and you know what I mean. I mean that's why a lot of orders I guess are wrong. You know when you get people that go, "Oh, I didn't order that." It's like, well, okay, probably because I didn't fucking hear you.
Stop speaking like you're at church. You know,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
for... Can I have a JD and tonic, please? It's fucking 300 decibel fucking crowd booming away.
I mean, that's why sometimes you see people who just type it in the phone and go like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
good people.
Easier, isn't it?
Yeah, good people do that.
Yeah. But after like the second go or something, they'll be like, "Do you know what? I've got a better solution."
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're not the arsehole. And to be honest, I don't think deaf people would care.
No.
For a start, they couldn't hear you saying it, so...
If you then rocked out to, like, the disability office, just like, do you know what, this pretend to be deaf's working out for me, I'm just going to rock down to the social security, start claiming a disability check.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, not an arsehole. Go mad. Use it in all your dates that you just don't like. Do you know if a date's not working out well, just start just halfway through. I can't hear you. But we've just been talking, just like. Just, sorry. Just let's wait for him to leave.
Yeah.
Let's have one. Oh, let's have the last one. Is this the last one?
I have no idea right now. Yeah. Right. Okay. Oh, I'm probably going red with all this laughing. Okay. Oh, this is one you sent me.
Oh, okay. This is a good one. Go for it.
Will I be the arsehole for asking my significant other to get circumcised? Okay, well, it depends why.
Yeah.
So, me and my significant, it doesn't say other. Are both early 20s and been together for 3 years. Since the beginning of our relationship, his hygiene down there has been an issue. Okay. From about 6 months in, we've had multiple conversations and even fights about his hygiene, both of his penis and just overall. I can't count the number of times that we've started to get intimate and then suddenly stop because the smell of his dick is overpowering from the time he takes his underwear off. Okay.
Yeah.
It's quite a long one, this, so I'm trying to sum it down, but it sounds like all this is pretty important information. There have been times after we've fought that he's gone to showering immediately before we get intimate, and when he's done that, he smells absolutely fine, like soapy. Wow, as if he's showered with soap. Who'd have thought? that makes me think it's an issue of hygiene. He also has an actual diagnosed memory loss issue, which is why he forgets if he's showered or he wears dirty clothes. So I have a feeling that it's his disability that's making him unable to remember to keep up his hygiene. Okay. I've asked him to go to a doctor, excuse me, to get checked and make sure there's not a medical issue. He says that's too embarrassing, so he's refusing to go. I've brought up circumcision before, and he's said he's afraid of it hurting. So we haven't discussed it in depth. I understand that circumcision is a major alteration of his body, and ultimately he has 100% say over what he does with his body. His hygiene, however, is significantly affecting our sex life and just relationship in general. Okay, so after 2.5 years of gentle reminding, pleading, I'm sick of being repulsed by him sexually. I love him, want to spend my life, blah, 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 blah.
I love it.
Talking about love and relationships and shit, who cares?
Let's talk about this guy's smelly dick.
Right, okay.
Point 1, memory loss. What's your take?
Okay, well, okay. People can suffer from memory loss, of course, right?
Yeah.
But there's a simple solution to that, especially if it's something like showering. If it's a simple thing, okay, a single thing, sorry, not a simple thing. If it's a single thing that is the problem, keep a diary and just mark off if you've showered that day.
Yeah.
That way, if you go, have I showered today? You can open the diary and go, yes.
Yep. That's it. Literally no excuse. That was my case. No
there
excuse.
is no excuse for that. That's a very simple solution.
Yeah. It's exactly what my mother-in-law does. She's got like practically no short-term memory now. Exactly that. She literally got a tick list of all the shit she needs to do in the day. Done. Take this tablet, this. Oh, I've done this. Oh, I've done this today. I've done that. I've done that. I've done me things I need to do. There we are.
Yep. So that was point 1 of where I was like, let's just stick a pin in that.
Yeah.
Now, I can't remember where point 2 was.
Point 2 was he didn't want to go to the GP because he was too embarrassed.
Right. If you're too embarrassed to go to the doctors about anything,
yeah.
I mean, the simple answer is don't be. But
yeah.
I know that's not as simple as that. But the thing is, a doctor will have seen everything.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at the TV show Embarrassing Bodies.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They've seen all sorts of crap and shit. They don't care what you've got to them. I mean, they do. Don't go on about a fucking sniffling cold. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Just like, they'll be like, don't come to me with your smelly dick. And then you'll whip it out and you're like, Jesus, okay, yeah, you came to the right person. That's a stinky dick.
Yeah.
I'm glad you saw me. Because the thing is, right, it's like, they're not, like you said, they're not going to be embarrassed. And if anything, that makes me suspicious of the fact he might think he actually does have like an STI or STD, whatever. So he might think he know what it is, and if he's still too embarrassed to go about it, what a prick. You know what I mean? Like, just go. You know what I mean? What? So you've been having shagging her?
I don't think it is, because
no, I don't think it is. But
I did leave a sentence out here which I probably shouldn't have, but because you've brought that up, I'm going to say this. So when she mentions about going to the doctor to get it checked, she's got a sentence here in brackets. It says, I've been tested recently and don't think an STD is likely. So if she's been checked and she doesn't have one, it is probably unlikely.
Yeah.
So we've got that kind of covered. Which I know that I left that out before, but because you've brought it up, that covers that. But yeah, like, I've never understood people who are embarrassed to go to doctors about stuff.
Yeah.
I remember when I was like, when I was a bit of a whore in college, and I went to the doctors it was about something else. But I went, oh, by the way, I'm wondering if I should get myself checked. And the doctors went, right, well, whip your pants down then. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
But like I say, but we're confident people. You know what I mean? We'll get our cock out no matter what.
Just like, yeah.
There's nothing we can say here that would make him feel better about going to the doctor. But I don't think it is an STD. Also, why did they start calling them STDs? Wasn't it STIs? Or was it STDs and now they're
I
STIs?
think it was STDs, then it started changed to STIs.
Why did they change that?
I don't know.
Just to confuse people. Like,
That's like, why do they change the name of anything? Just
well, yeah.
piss people off. That's all they do it.
But, yeah. But my other point, I don't think a circumcision is going to solve that.
Well, this right now you're at the main point, right? This is because this is like, oh, he's afraid it'll hurt and all this stuff, right? So let's just say let's just say it was a legitimate reason why he had to get circumcised.
Yeah.
Was he tied it and the circumcision was the problem. That's a legitimate concern because adult circumcision is a fucking no joke. Like I say, I've heard that's absolutely fucking agonizing, right? Now,
well, it's because your body doesn't heal as quickly, isn't it?
Exactly,
so you've got longer period where it's bare, where it's sore, it's where as a child it heals quicker, so there's less time of it being raw, bare.
And you know what? I'm not even gonna touch on the issue of like, oh, is circumcision just male genital mutilation and all this? Let's just fucking put all that aside, right? Put all that because she wouldn't make him do it anyway if he didn't want to.
Yeah.
There's basically, you're right. This whole thing with her, she's like most people. She thinks that circumcision would solve a hygiene problem. Like it doesn't.
No.
Like I say, only time that ever come up, like it was a thing thousands of years ago where people genuinely didn't have access to like clean water and enough drinking water to actually wash themselves. Yeah, okay, in really hot environments that were uncleaned and they couldn't keep themselves clean. Yeah, it was probably it's about into modern environments. Even if he's washing once a week, that's fine. You know what I mean? That he's not gonna be. That's not enough to build up that shit. You know what I mean? And like be a hygiene issue. You know, so it's not like you know what I mean. Unless you were genuinely homeless or some shit, living in squalor.
Yeah.
It's not gonna help you. As a hygiene thing at all. So it won't actually help the situation. Now, obviously, we don't know what it is, but what it's likely, there's a few medical causes where, I think the biggest one is like obviously it could be diabetes, like fucking cancer of shit, or the big one is like that's a sign usually of an enlarged prostate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if your dick just constantly stinks, you know what I mean? It's like, and it's not a hygiene issue, that's like, your prostate's enlarged. Or you've got a kidney stone. Right?
I mean, she does say that his own stench is bad as well. But that could be the stench from his cock coming through. If you know what I mean. So like
he's smelly in general is what she's saying.
Yes, but what I'm saying is he could be smelly in general, but it could be the smell of his cock that's making him smelly in general.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Or could be diabetic.
Well, yeah, you're
diabetic people smell bad. It just sounds like a hate crime. Diabetic people smell bad.
Well, we covered this a couple of episodes back, didn't we?
When
we were on about that skin condition.
Oh yeah.
And it's not a direct thing of diabetes, but it's a side effect which can occur of it, or it's real extreme cases of diabetes where you get it.
So I think he just needs to nut up and go to the fucking doctors, because, like, if he's saying it's not a hygiene issue, well, he just needs to go prove it.
Well, he hasn't said it's not an hygiene issue, has he?
Oh, well, true, but
He's saying it probably is, but I can't remember. We'll get a fucking diary.
If he's that much of a pussy, put your foot on his back and fucking force him to the doctors.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Just, if he's too much of a pussy to go to the doctors, he's too much of a pussy to resist you, fucking make him go to the doctors.
So,
you know what I mean?
The thing is, right, there's two simple solutions here. Like you're saying there, force him to go to the doctors.
Yeah.
And two, get him a diary.
Yeah.
That way he can remember when he's showered. It'll probably help him with other memory things if he's actually got memory problems.
Yeah.
So it's actually, helping with other things as well.
Yeah. So I'm not going to say she's the arsehole, because I think she's just ignorant,
Yes.
I think she's just ignorant, like most people think, because that's how circumcision started, like even pre.
But in these days and times, that's not going to help.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's, yeah. And, just get a diary and force him to the doctor. So I think, she's not an arsehole, but is he an arsehole? I'm like a pussy.
I think, I know you're going more for it's probably like something wrong with him. Personally, I don't think it is. I think that he just has a memory issue.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's the arsehole. However, he could have solved this solution himself years ago.
Yeah.
If he knows he's got a memory problem, he could have went, well, what I'll do is I'll get a diary and, I'll keep track. They're not arseholes, they're just, like you said, a bit ignorant to it.
Yeah.
A bit uninformed. So we're here. Give you that information. So I hope you're watching it, and if you are, get him to the fucking doctors and get him a diary and say to him, you need to keep track every fucking day of what you do.
Yep.
Right, so that was the Arsehole Alcove. Like we said, there's going to be a bit of a theme with the Arsehole Alcove and the weird news, which will be up tomorrow, with the circumcision. So that's going to be interesting for you to watch, I'm sure. So please, if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. And we will see you again next time. Bye.